And we are live! Hello all, and welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Jo Guthrie. And I am here with my wonderful friend, the one and only Erica.
Hello!
The hilarious and always entertaining, the one and only Mr. Gary Furlong.
Hello! How are you?
Joining us back. And returning guest, and now official member of the INVICTUS All-Stars, the one and only Nick!
Hey!
And of course, we wouldn't be here without the lovely and gorgeous Mrs. Jo Guthrie.
It's me. You know me.
And we are here tonight with a brand new game, fresh out the packaging, called the Custodial Department of Adventuring Curios. What does that mean? You're going to find out. But first, welcome. This is our Wednesday night live stream. We've been doing this for like 10 years. And I'm really excited to be here. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Not too bad.
I can't
Garbar?
tell you how bad my drink is.
Oh,
What are you
no.
drinking?
It's not. So, you know how wine is supposed to age?
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, coffee. I have had a bottle of sparkling coffee in my fridge for the past, I'm going to say, it's pre-COVID.
Oh,
So,
no.
That's
so
like 5 years.
pre-COVID, it's been there. It's not great. Every
That's
time
just
I
Southern
Southern
vinegar?
Stars just keep saying vinegar,
It tastes
vinegar.
like vinegar, yeah, but it also tastes just winey enough at the start that I'm like, oh, maybe I sip my way to the good part, and I'm always wrong.
Just tell yourself it's kombucha.
I can sit my way to
I'm
the
going to
good
tell
part.
myself that, and it's
Eating
going
for the
to
mold,
not work, but
good.
maybe it will. Mind over matter. Mind
Who
over
likes
vinegar.
Kombucha anyway.
Mm.
Wow,
kind of
coming
never
for the
had it.
kombucha stands. Okay.
Oh, you are? You're pro kombucha,
Whoa,
Nick?
Nick.
Okay. Nah, not really. I just like making trouble.
What's your drink of choice, Nick?
That's a good question.
You
I
a
hate to admit
multi-beverage
this.
person? Are you
Well,
like,
kind of. This is such a San Francisco thing. I'm really into LaCroix.
Le-
ooh.
Oh, nice.
LaCroix.
A sparkling
Yeah.
coffee without the coffee. Very
Yeah,
nice.
you got it.
We are too, actually. Sparkling water is pretty
dope.
generally widely accepted in this
We're
house.
into many beverages,
We're
many
many bevy.
non-alcoholic beverages.
And I took up Gary's giant drinking.
Gary's
Ooh.
is bigger, I'm sure.
Gary's is always, it's always.
I hope this is like an arms race of everybody producing larger and larger
Yeah.
containers.
you
Yeah.
gonna let it.
Just like an oil drum eventually.
As encouragement, like, what's that say about people? It's like, drink your
Collins has
fucking
that
water.
too.
Mine says, okay, let's compare. Mine 7 a.m.
Okay.
says, get started,
Good morning.
Oh.
cheer up,
You've got it.
keep going,
Remember your goal.
come on,
That's it.
one more cup,
Keep drinking.
don't give up,
No excuses.
almost there.
A little bit more.
9/11 was an inside job. No, it says.
Agreed.
Jeff Epstein didn't kill himself. Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
It's more recent.
Mine says, well done.
Wow.
Yeah, you did it. That's hilarious.
What an
That's
anticlimax.
hilarious that they're different though. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like they saw the other one in line. They're like, well, we got to be different, guys. They're in a boardroom, like 17 sweaty men being like, look, we need to differentiate our bottle. This is what people
Words
want.
of affirmation.
Remember your goals.
Gary's bottle is so toxic. Yeah. Anyway, RPGs. Oh, so let's do some quick shout outs. Of course, Nick is from the one and only Ain't Slayed Nobody. Nick, give them a little rundown if they don't know what that is.
Amazing. I always do this really, really well, so I'm excited for this. Okay, so Ain't Slay Nobody is an actual play podcast. It has some seasons that were done in Call of Cthulhu and other mini arcs that were done in Call of Cthulhu, but also we're branching out and trying different systems, including things like The Between and Public Access. Jason Cordova, awesome. We have a bunch of really great people coming and GMing for us. I should probably save this for the last one, right? Anyway,
Good.
Ain't Slay Nobody is an actual play podcast. Come on over.
Yeah.
Let's check this out. I told you, I kill it every time.
You
did
did.
great.
Check it out. It's really good. I ran a little mini series on there that you can check out. Nick is a player on that called The Waking Children. And actually, I ran The Waking Children on this as well. So if you want to see like two different versions of the same game, which I think is fascinating, like seeing some people play it and see other people play it, it's always a fun way to kind of see the different interpretations.
Tim Woods played that with me.
That's
and
right.
Was it Erica who was the third?
No.
William.
Maybe I can't remember, but Tim Woods played it, which is
God,
really
we
fun.
got to get Tim back on here. He's
Tim
wonderful.
is great, fantastic. Garbar,
Garbar.
Let- dive into your website. It's not Summer Benedictine, it's not Fizzy Drink.
Fizzydrinks.com. I wish that was my website.
Got it. There we go.
Yay.
Gary, tell them what's up with you.
I'm narrating away on some audiobooks. I started a Patreon recently.
Ooh.
It doesn't really have. It's so fun. You should join. It's totally focused.
Your guys
and,
doesn't have anything on it.
it has stuff on it, but it doesn't have like a theme. Like,
Yes.
I go to Nick's Patreon. It's like, yeah, that's how you do it.
No.
Mine's just as good, if not many times better.
Everyone go there.
Everyone go to it. I'm going to try to find your Patreon link.
I think it's called GFVO. But other than that, just narrating audiobooks. I'm doing a very nice one about a fae and a mortal who kind of get it on, who enjoy each other's presence.
You do a lot of like hot, steamy romance stuff. I've noticed from your Instagram account.
Well, because Gary's a hot, steamy boy.
He's got the voice to
I
bring
li-
it to life.
In there, I'm very hot and very steamy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's the Patreon. You can check it out. And also, as we just found out moments ago, do you want to tell them about your awesome One Piece thing? Because I know there's a lot of people that haven't seen it.
If you like One Piece, I'm in, I think, the Wano arc. I play Medillo Man, if you've come across that particular arc.
So cool. It's like you're famous.
Yeah.
So when they do
So famous.
when they get to that point in the live action show, I naturally and logically presume that they're going to be calling
Like-
on you, right?
Yeah, I
We're
don't
gonna
have
riot
any
if they
stage
don't.
or screen, but they will want me.
I can't imagine they would.
Yeah.
It would make no sense if they didn't hire you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting a campaign right now. www.getGary on as Manila Man. There's Manila Man.
Look at him
He looks
go.
just
God,
like
look at
you.
that.
Medillo Man, sorry.
Doesn't he?
looks
Looks
so
just
weird.
like you.
The act is all
buff.
shit. Just like myself.
Strangely small
the
head.
beard, the
Strangely
star,
tiny head.
The stiff crocheted cape.
Big
so
old
yeah.
shell on his back.
So yeah, let's all get Gary hired.com. We're buying it right now.
Fired.com.
Everyone go there. It's probably also a porn.
It's for
porn
any
site.
job.
You know it
Yeah,
is.
don't.
It's for any
never
job.
mind.
I have this one
Your
from a while ago
lapsticks.
too.
Get Gary hired.
I had one that said something like get harlan.com business. We're all looking for it. We do have joelovesham.com. Erica, Erica, let's get you fired up. What do you want to send the people to?
I would like to send people to Jesus.
What is TikTok.com?
Yeah. What is TikTok.com?
Plus
Thank you.
stonepillars.com.
And Stone Pillars. In fact, you have to go to Stone Pillars first to get the star of the ARG that relates to what is TikTok.com.
Whoa.
I like
I didn't want to
this.
give it away right away, which is why I was taking my time.
Yeah, you had to. There was a
Mm.
QR code to scan. And
Yeah. It was very
oh,
If
is
you
this still a
put-
thing?
If you put Erica's thinking noises through like an audio modulator and then scan that with your phone, it'll take you to the website.
You don't
100%.
realize how what a carefully rehearsed cipher that was.
Mhm.
So
It was all the little ticks are there.
Yep.
Additionally, of course, you can check out the lovely Joe at diceshamepodcast.com.
New episode releases tonight. I guess tomorrow morning at 1:20 a.m. It's a spicy one.
And
And
you're doing something
ooh,
tomorrow night.
yeah, tune in tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I guess that's 6:30 Pacific time. We're 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
For the Stuff and Such stream, they have been streaming Dice Shame fan art for the past like 4 months or
Yeah.
something every week, which is amazing. And I'm going to be on the show chatting, hanging out with the Notorious Stuff. They're here in the chat right now. Hi, Stuff.
They are. I was trying to find a quick link to the YouTube, but I can't. Drop a link and I'll pump it up there. Yeah, Joe's gonna be chapping.
I'm
like
going to
chatting,
be
but
chapping
with
right
lips.
along.
Chat lips. And then Malevolent, malevolent.ca, horror podcast, blah, 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 blah. But a new episode comes out on the 28th of this month. So if you like Malevolent, it's basically a week from Friday and a new episode's out. And if you don't like Malevolent, go suck an egg.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Because there's the YouTube link that Joe will be on tomorrow night at 9 o'clock or something.
Be there.
Or be cubular. I'm ready to play.
Yes.
Unless Erica's got any other things important to say.
This drink is so bad, guys. It's really bad.
Well, don't drink it.
No, I'm going to.
But
I can't tell you how bad it is. It's
Okay,
it's
no-
like
no
someone stirred vinegar in there.
It's a no reaction test. See if you can drink it without reacting face wise.
It's burning on the way down.
There's just a little bit of sadness
Oh,
behind
don't
those
do
eyes.
it.
I feel it burning.
Such like, I'm not saying this under duress.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Mr. Bean holiday special where he like doesn't have any more wine, so he mixes vinegar and like and then he
Yes.
shakes it up. Vinegar and sugar.
He dips twigs in
Marmite
or
to make those
something?
twiglet snacks.
Mhm.
Did you ever
Disgusting.
see? Did you watch Mr. Bean? Did y'all watch Mr. Bean?
Oh,
when it was
yeah.
on?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You know the start, like the very first shot in the opening credits.
Yeah, the whoomp.
Mhm.
Is he an alien?
I think he's from heaven.
Oh, I never put
I-
that together.
I thought he was an alien as well. I figured he's
Not
so
until, like-
strange. He just gets.
I always took it as
Yeah.
he's like so this is my lore, which is also probably wrong, and I didn't think about it till the second either. I always assumed he died like a lot, like every time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then in my mind they
That's
just
dark.
kept sending him back.
God was like, no, thank you.
That's
Like the
100%.
second coming of Jesus
Yeah.
keeps getting it wrong all the time.
Well, that was the logic in my mind because they were like, well, no one wants him in heaven, so just fucking send the guy back down. And Nick, you have to watch Mr. Bean. It's classic comedy.
Volume control says
don't
Mr.
tell me what
Bean
to do.
keeps coming back. Wrong.
That's totally
There you go.
fair.
That's good.
You should watch Mr. Bean, or
Okay,
you will
fine.
never come
Oh,
back
yeah.
on stream. I'm going to show the entry so everyone can see it. Anyways.
Oh,
Let's watch.
And Nick can be the decider because we've all seen it.
Oh,
so Nick,
just-
is this guy coming from heaven
Or is he an alien?
or is he an
I
alien?
think he's an alien.
I never thought
but
of
he
it. till, like, a
talks
few
though,
months-
so I
months
don't
ago.
think.
Aliens can't talk?
Barely.
Well, I
He
mean, I just
barely
think he was
talks.
British, but like weird, like well, British still, but like
He is
he's
weird
and he
British.
talks.
British people are just like that, Erica. I
So
hate
much in real life.
It's still uploading, so it's
Oh,
deciding that.
We'll
to
get
put it.
there.
The anticipation.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the anticipation.
Once
that
you
matters.
see his whole face scenario, you'll be like,
Oh, here we go.
Alien.
Oh,
That's how it
okay.
opens every time,
oh, that's
I mean,
fair.
okay, I'll be honest. That does look like a heaven reject. If I'm, yeah.
right?
A
And the
little
other
bit, yeah.
thing to
Just
support it
open a
is
slight
the
hole in heaven.
music. The music is like
It's-
choral and
We do
like
have angel sounds.
angel. It's like
It
"Ah,
is.
la, la, la." So I always thought he was coming from heaven.
Adrian
think-
agrees. I always thought he was an alien.
He
I
acts like
don't
an alien.
He does act like an alien.
Anyway, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary friends, without further ado, the Custodial Department of Adventuring Curios.
Position and one of your roles at the Lamex Group. Part 23. The Custodial Staff. And finally, last but not least, the hard-working Custodial Department plays the most important role here at the Lamex Group. While our custodians may not have the most lavish of titles, their stalwart presence here makes them invaluable to the efforts of the Lamex Group. Their treasured dependence on strict timekeeping and their generally timid, mild, and meek nature ensures that the goods in our warehouses are kept safe from unwanted eyes. Why, even the most charismatic Lamex salesman is sure to hate having to negotiate with a custodian for access to the warehouse. While they may not be in the most impressive part of our facility, nor do they tend to challenge themselves with some of our more exciting employment opportunities, don't be mistaken. Our custodians are employees just like the rest of you. And despite lesser pay, longer hours, and the occasional demand to clean up bathroom mishaps, they are treated almost as fairly as you or I. Why, these fine folks are the bee's knees. They're just great. Just don't ask them to do any heavy lifting. That concludes our orientation. As a new employee of the Lamex Group, we welcome you to the family. See you there.
Another day dawns at the Lamex Group, one of the largest, most powerful companies in the world, with over 40,000 locations worldwide and over 3.2 billion employees. You may know us from our stock trading, or perhaps you've flown in one of our aeroplanes. If not, you may have purchased Lamex brand dog food for your loving pet, or Lamex brand weed killer for those nasty plants. Perhaps you've taken the kids to Lamex World or Lamex Land in California, or maybe, just maybe, you're lucky enough to live in one of the 15 Lamex counties or the province of Lamex. Why, there are thousands of ways Lamex could be in your life. No matter the reason, no matter how Lamex has made your life better, we thank you for your employment and hope you have a wonderful day. With a greasy, donut powdered covered finger, you watch Eric, your manager, flick off the TV screen and pull out the VHS tape that you've watched 100 times or more. A standard morning ritual after clocking in for each shift in the custodial department. The small window-filled room overlooks a massive, seemingly unending warehouse owned by the Lamex Group that you are responsible for. You sit in cheap blue vinyl chairs as the scent of the morning's freshly percolated coffee wafts over you. You are a custodian. One of the very few who maintains the one and only warehouse belonging to the world's largest, most eclectic company. And as the camera washes over the front row of this larger-than-needs-to-be boardroom, we see Erica. Erica, who are we looking at?
We're looking at a man named Mr. Spiffany. And Mr. Spiffany is a very slow-moving man. He's aged like a fine boxed wine, very dark-skinned, little ring of gray and white around his head, like Caesar's crown. He's got a mustache over his lip that would wiggle if he were ever to bother speaking up about anything. He's got a light yellow shirt, nice short sleeves, rainbow suspenders, spectacles, gray pants. He's the sort of person who wears his personality on his sleeve because he doesn't have much of one on the inside. So what he does, Mr. Spiffany, he does the forms, and they're paper forms. And some people think that that is the lost way of processing things, but he thinks of those people as people who like to cut the line. And he doesn't stop them because those people are going to get to where they need to be, end of the line, get asked for their form, come back to see him, and line right back up again. And it's the only time he does smile. Mr. Spiffany.
With one chair between Mr. Spiffany and this next character, the camera continues to pan over an empty, torn blue vinyl chair as we see Nick's character. Nick, who are we looking at?
Well, so during the entirety of that video, while it was playing, there was just this droning snore that was going on. And when it finally takes off, we see Doris Finkel raise her ancient head and her hair, her head of white hair with a slight blue tint. No one knows how old Doris is. No one bothers to ask. And no one knows anything about her and about her family history, about like, is she married? Was she married? Where is she from? No details about Doris whatsoever, but she's been at the company forever. Everybody kind of knows her, but doesn't really know her. You'd think that she would have been fired by now, just given her general attitude and the way that she really doesn't listen to instructions at all. But somehow she's managed to stay in the company and also managed to finagle herself into an HR position for a single department, which is kind of unusual and unheard of. What does she
That's
even
great.
do? You don't know, except that she's kind of always around. She seems to know where everything is, where that extra thing of toner is, or, like where the stash of the good vodka is hidden. And though you have never seen her light one or pull out a pack of them, she somehow always has a lit cigarette in her mouth.
Amazing. The camera doesn't stop. It continues past Doris. Another empty chair. This one looks new. In fact, it has plastic wrap on it. It says "Do not sit on." And we pan over to Joe's character. Joe, who are we looking at?
Jenny is one of the newer hires to the Lamex company. She has got just a mop of blonde hair. She's pretty much never paying attention. She's usually filing her nails, looking at her nails, like blowing a big bubble of bubble gum. She's got like a big spread on the side of her head. She's kind of like a transplant from an 80s movie. She answers the phones pretty much, and she really doesn't like being here. So she's looking at the ground. She's trying desperately to stay upwind of that terrible cigarette. Well, no, thank you.
And finally, the camera moves past Jenny and ends on Gary. Gary, who are we looking at?
You see a man who could be a weathered 50 or a normal 70. We're not entirely sure. He has black shoes, khaki pants, argyle socks, just like a blue button-up shirt with a beige jacket that you never see in any stores ever, but yet every single man of a certain age seems to have this kind of weird old looking jacket. And he has a farmer's cap on. And hi, name's Jack. I put the toner in things that require toner. It's my job.
For the past however long you've all worked at the Lamex Group, this small number of individuals is all you've known. Some come and go, admittedly, but it's usually around this number. No large staff, no overhead. It starts and ends with all of you. Your days consist of filling out meaningless paperwork, maintaining the unending shelves of unlabeled boxes and general tidiness, a certain amount of HR conversations with Doris. And every once in a while, once per week, Mr. Spiffany gets to go up to the upper decks, which is a 30-minute ride, to do their one-on-one paperwork in which they lavish in getting to ignore the masses, and then they return back to their cubicle with a sense of self-satisfaction that you never quite understand where it came from. Each morning starts and ends the same way as it always has. And for the most part, that's the way you like it here. With a loud sniff, Eric, who stands at the front of the room next to the TV, wipes a tear away from his red eyes and clears his throat.
Well, that's the last time I'm going to see that.
He sputters through the end of his sentence as the powdered sugar in his mustache creates a plume of sugar dust spraying Jenny in the face.
I'm so sorry.
He wipes his mustache. The plump, short man before you pushes his glasses up to his eyes and finishes.
It has been an honor to serve Lamex and all of you amazing people for these last 15 years. Doris, I know you were here before me, and I appreciate you stepping aside when I was the young buck. But now I move on to different things. I struggle to believe they will be better, for nothing is better than working with you amazing, brilliant custodians.
And he stretches his arms out as if to receive a hug.
Oh, Aaron, you will be missed.
It's Eric, Doris.
Eric, of course.
Can I have your desk? It's just that it's down the hall and around the corner from where the secretary's desk is.
Right. It's, well, look, in the all-knowing sight of the company, they will give the desk to the appropriate person.
I'm sure no one will mind. If I just put my stuff there, Like, they're not going to say anything, right?
They may
Well,
not.
technically, it's not really his desk to begin with. He has a certain amount of paperwork he was supposed to go to. I know some people may have an aura of calling it meaningless paperwork, but surely he does not mean mine.
I
But it was
imagine
never
Mr. Spiffy
completed.
like standing up as he talks and like starts turning towards the others sitting down. Yes, well, nonetheless, this is of course my last day, and I wish you all well. And he holds his hands out again, trying for a hug. Anyone?
Jack will shake one of the hands. You got a printers where you're going there, Eric?
Well, as you know, I would never dare leave the Lamex company, so I'm just moving to a different train. They don't tell me where. You know them. And he walks over to the large windows that overlook the warehouse, and he just sort of puts one hand on them emotionally, and he's like, you'll look after her, won't you? Mr. Spiffany, Doris, Jenny, Jack?
We'll log any issues, as we always do.
What are you talking about there, Eric?
Oh, the warehouse, of course, Jack. And he runs a finger down with a squeak.
Is this like the only thing you've ever done in your whole life?
He logs the finger squeak.
Good joke, Jenny. All right, well, you might as well all go back to your cubicles for now. Mr. Spiffany, I do need to speak with you.
Oh, yes, of course. Of
So
course.
sad.
And with an awkward filing out, you move past the donuts and coffee, unless anyone snags any.
I absolutely grab a donut and a coffee.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Doris?
No, neither of those things. She has a drink back at her desk.
Jack will get a slice
Always
of
comes
untoasted
prepared.
bread.
Ooh, onion toast and bread?
Untoasted.
Oh.
Just like, yep, that's all I need. Energy for the day.
Wads it up into a little ball and sticks it in his lip like
He has
it's
a cup of
chew.
tea that he dips it in. This is good for the blood.
Eric turns to Mr. Spiffy and says, the company in their infinite, genuine wisdom has decided that you are to hold the keys until my replacement comes tomorrow.
Oh, yes, Eric. I am aware.
Oh, of course you are. They must have already sent word. As you know, the only communication in or out of this office is via the telegram. And he points to the wall where a massive telegram machine feeds all information to and from the office. And you all know this. There's no telephones here. Jenny receives the telephone when a telegram comes through, and then she's supposed to walk over and read the telegram.
Jenny
Does it
answers
well.
her phone.
Yeah, she answers her phone, which gets no signal down here, but she likes to pretend because she's one of those people.
Mhm.
All of the texts that come through your phones get a weird, like, blackout message for some reason. You just get this whoop, and it's just a black bar. So you answer those anyway until you get out and you find out what the black bars meant. And he nods to the telegram machine. I must have missed that telegram. But here, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a sweaty key and puts it in your hand, Mr. Spiffany. And he holds it for a second and locks eyes with you and says, this key is the key to the restricted section. And this, as all of you walk into the room, you hear, because your ears perk up, the restricted section of the warehouse has long since been a mystery. Every once in a while, a delivery will come in for the restricted section, and with great awe and interest, no matter who you are, no matter what department you are in, you all crowd around these bay windows to watch Eric walk that person with their skiff, sort of like a large wooden box they're wheeling it on a cart, towards the restricted section. You don't know what's behind there. You don't know how large it is back there. But come hell or high water, one of these days you will find out. And as Eric drops this heavy key into your hand, Spiffany, for the first time, probably since the night of your marriage, you feel a palpitation in your heart. A little excitement flows through those rainbow suspenders. And he looks you dead in the eye and says, now, of course, never open it unless there's a delivery. The Lamex company, in their infinite wisdom, has reminded me every single time a delivery has come to not go peeking. And I haven't. And I've lived a full life because of it, I'm sure. Will you respect these wishes, Dr. Mr. Spiffany?
Well, Eric, as the person who is your interim replacement, I will do what I feel is appropriate. Let's say that.
Right. I suppose that's as good as it can be.
I'll take
right.
the key now, sir.
Okay. You like
Thank
rip it from his wet hand.
Mhm.
And he sort of nods, confused, and walks over to the donut bar and continues eating. Meanwhile, Jack, Doris, and Jenny, you walk into your cubicle stations, which is directly next to this. 4 identical cubicles, all sort of on opposite corners of one room in varying degrees of decoration. Doris, what does your cubicle look like?
It's kind of it has a lot of tchotchkes, just a lot of weird things that don't have any kind of coherent theme. There's no way to tell what she's into because she's got a little bit of everything. But actually, before she goes to her cubicle, I wonder if she could have a slight word with our manager, Eric.
Absolutely. You see Eric eating a donut, and he sort of sees you kind of walking back from the cubicles. Doris.
Eric, congratulations on your transfer. You must be very excited.
Ecstatic. Yes, quite.
Excellent. I wonder if you could do me a little favor before you go.
Anything for you, Doris. We've had many a night working late. He looks around the office awkwardly.
Indeed we did. I wonder if you could go ahead and put in a request that Jenny gets your desk. I'm just worried that if she doesn't, upper management's going to find out about that little apartment you have in the city.
Right. Well, I don't want to upset the status quo. And anything that Lamex finds out about, of course, would be very difficult. I suppose I can do that. But let me ask you, why don't you want the desk?
Why don't I want the desk out front? Are you serious? No, I like my space. I have it set up just the way I like it.
That's good looking out for Jenny. That's good looking out for the new generation.
And
We look out for our own.
And Eric walks over to the large telegram maker and with one finger at a time starts typing a response to the up top. Jack, you enter to your cubicle area. What does it look like?
I think actually Jack would have been just behind Doris.
Yeah.
And as Doris left, he looks in the door, locks eyes with Eric, and then just goes, finds a key card and goes, oh, never mind. And then walks back out to his cubicle.
Perfect. And what is your cubicle? Do you have like
There's
do you have
no-
hats?
He has 2 or 3 hats, and that's all. He's a very like austere type guy, and he'll have like a broken printer in there that he's probably been fixing for the entire time he's been there. Like he doesn't really know how to fix printers, but he thinks that he should. He likes to be like upright all the time, so there's no chair.
It's
He's
a
like,
standing
"Oh, I don't
desk?
need one of those,
But they
I'll
can't
do
afford it, so he's like put boxes underneath it to make the desk like
Yeah, it
standing
almost
height.
looks like if a printer mechanics, just like bits of printer parts all over the place, different types of toner, and like the only thing you'll ever see him get excited about is different levels of print ink and paper types.
Amazing. And Jenny, you walk in the direction of your cubicle.
Jenny's cubicle is a disaster.
Oh.
It's got an overflowing waste can, just like diet soda cans, gum wrappers, takeout trash that she just doesn't give a shit about. She's too young to take care of her space properly. There's like posters tacked up. All of these things are strictly against like the code of the company, allow like what it's allowed to have in your space. But she's walking over to Eric's old cubicle and she's like, so she's doing this where she's figuring out how big a space is, and then she's trying to walk back to her cubicle to make to measure to see if a poster is going to fit on a wall. She's just kind of going back and forth like that. Like, do I want to have this band poster here, or I can't decide.
And with a loud like 90s printer sound, that sound, the telegram gets printed out before Eric. Whoa! And he tears off the little corners of the paper, the little circle dots that were dating myself. And he tears it off.
Dot matrix.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
remember how the sides had all those like
Yeah, I like ripping those off. It was great before they're printed. My
So
dad hated it.
satisfying.
Did you ever fold them into stars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or like little springs, you like crisscross
Yeah.
them and like make little springs.
Mhm.
Yeah. We old. He rips it off and walks over to the cubicles, all of you in various positions.
Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast.
Oh, yeah.
You have the acting replacement here. I need to be involved in this process.
Right.
You still work here today, right?
Well, I thought so. And he looks down at the paper and says, Jenny can have desk.
Yes.
Eric, leave now.
Bye, Eric.
Bye,
Generally.
Eric.
I would say I'd miss you, Eric, but someone had to process the paperwork to get you out of here.
It also says delivery today. And he hands the
Delivery
paper
today.
to you, Mr. Spiffany. And he sort of looks down. We both know who you're channeling, and I love it. Yeah, and he sort of looks down and begins walking towards the door, but he's walking like awkwardly slowly. And like every once in a while, like someone like rustles and he stops and he looks towards them. And he's like as if they were saying something. He's like, no.
Keep going, Eric. You're almost there.
He just continues walking down, and then like stands at the door and like runs his hand over the frame.
Jack, make sure you get where he touched. We gotta order some more.
So would someone say
decking for that.
something? Miss Spiffany, did you say something?
No, sir. You go on. Enjoy your new land. Be free. Conquer new kingdoms.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Waiting for that click of
He
that
turns
door.
around and he shuffles out towards the stairwell. You know, there's only one way in or out of this entire facility, the stairwell. The stairwell is what you descend every morning, 17 flights, and exit every night, 17 flights. Doris does it faster than everyone, weirdly enough. You also know Mr. Spiffany on the 1 day a week, which is not today, where you get to go to the outside world. You walk those 17 flights to a small room offset from the entrance where people drive up in their cars, deal with the paperwork, turn around and drive away after waiting in line for presumably untold amount of hours. But beyond that, that's it. That's part of the security of this place because after all, you are in charge of the most powerful merchandise known to the Lamex Group. What that is, you don't know.
I have this little key that I received from our dear friend Eric, I believe. I would like to approach my colleagues who I have worked with for many years, my dear friends, my office family.
Mr. Spiffany, can I take my 15?
You know what, Jenny? You can take 20. But let's get this over with. I got the key. Let's open that damn delivery room.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Damn time.
And people have been complaining about this for years, telling us where to go, where not to go. It is time that we take stock of what this room is. Onward.
It's going to have new printers in there, I'm sure. They've been holding out on me.
Yeah, the four of you leave the cubicle section of this floating observation area and you exit. There's sort of like metal stairs down to the main warehouse floor, and you all trudge along there to the proper warehouse. The warehouse is a unending sky-high stock room full of what can only be described as wooden boxes that are unlabeled of various shapes and sizes. Imagine the storage room from the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, except infinitely larger and completely unlabeled. And you know the restricted section, for it is at the far back. It's about a 30-minute walk to the restricted section. And what it is a very small, simple chain link door and an infinitely tall chain link fence entirely dividing the warehouse. There are boxes that are inches away from each other, one on one side of the chain link fence, one on the restricted side of the chain link fence that you've seen from afar. They look a little cooler too. Some of them are more colorful, some of them are a little bit more bizarre looking. And as you begin your trek towards the unending or to the farthest wall of the warehouse, you have a moment to look around at these beautiful unlabeled boxes.
Some of my friends said that there are like dead bodies here. Wouldn't that be so crazy if we like just randomly open a box and there's like blah, like an arm came out or something? It'd be so crazy.
A zombie?
No.
Oh.
Jack, jeez. Like a dead corpse, and then we could like solve a murder.
I
Gotta
think
be
when they're purposefully frozen and tossed in here, they're called cadavers, technically.
A respectable corpse. They don't need to be shambling. They've done their time.
Yeah,
Mm.
and as Jenny, as you're sort of looking over these boxes, your eyes do fall onto one oddly shaped, specifically shaped.
What about that one? Hey guys, I dare you to open that box.
Well, do
what's
we have the
the-
equipment?
Jack will have
Oh.
a box cutter on him.
Yeah,
Jack
there
is
we
a
go.
box cutter. He's got like a belt with like a box cutter and like a crowbar.
He's
a
looking a bit
professional in this
perturbed.
field.
It's just like, none of these boxes have labels. I could have printed a label for everyone. But yeah, good like little box cutter and be like, okay, this one.
Yeah.
Eric's not here. Like we literally can't get in trouble.
Spiffy,
Yeah.
you're the boss, right?
I say proceed.
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah. Mr. Spiffany, up high.
Well, absolutely, because a little. If he doesn't quite do it close enough.
God,
Did
this
you-
is the best.
It goes like a few millimeters away.
Jenny knows what I'm
Jack
trying
will-
to communicate. It's that age gap. We're bridging it.
Jack will try to bum a cigarette off Doris. You got a one of those?
Oh, let me see here. Oh, looks like I'm fresh out. I'm so sorry,
problem.
Jack.
Don't worry about it.
Mm,
Walk over.
times are tough. You know how it is.
Yeah.
This economy.
Jack, you open the box. So they're all wooden boxes. So I imagine you got a double-sided, you got like a double blade, but you also got like a little pry bar on the back of your little
Ooh,
little
there's like a
multi-tool.
seal he
Multi-tool.
has to slit open.
Oh yeah. They're all sealed with like a red tape. Like
Mhm.
on the every box has this like red tape. And you slice it open and you go to pry it open.
He'd be like, look at the tape first and go, oh, red C44. Good type, strong, elastic. Oh, sorry. Then he'll just open it up.
Yeah. As you slice open the box, there's a nice hiss. Like
Ooh.
a air being equalized.
Nice.
And as you all crowd around this box, you sort of take it off the shelf a little bit. It's pretty large. Like it's the size of like a little mini fridge, but it's relatively light. And as you open the top and you all careen around to look in, you see that it is filled with glass snakes.
Now, why the hell would we have
Okay.
that?
Okay.
Jack will tap one, not to break it, but with the end of the pry bar. Just like,
Yeah.
tink, 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 tink.
Yeah, it seems glass. Additionally, as you like tap it with the pry bar, it seems oddly strong. And you
Strong
realize
glass.
these snakes are made of that drop. You know that design of glass drop that can't be shattered unless the
Yeah.
tail is broken?
Yeah.
The Newton drop or something? It's some scientific name. I can't remember what it's
It's
called.
that thing you can hammer the bulb. The
Prince
I-
Prince
I forgot
Rupert.
about
Thank
Prince
you.
Albert.
Prince Rupert's drop. Prince Albert's drop.
Prince Albert's drop.
Prince
They're
Albert.
all made-
I phrased real fast.
They're large Prince Rupert drops that have like snake heads carved on them.
Wow. Do you guys think this is like worth $1 million?
Well, it better not be because I don't have any intention of finding this if someone comes asking for the inventory. They didn't label it. I'm not trying to find it.
You
Wait,
mind
so
if
are
I-
you, Mr. Spiffany, are you saying that anything that's not properly labeled technically isn't here?
Well, it'd be hard to take stock of something that you have not taken stock of yourself. I'm
I
sure they
could
have it written
not-
somewhere, but paperwork is not in their hands.
I could not agree more. Jenny goes over and she, like, how big are they?
Yeah, they're like 3 foot kind of
Oh,
with angles. Like if you stretch them out, they'd be 3 feet. So big enough to like stab someone with.
Yeah, she
Oh,
reaches
okay.
in and takes one.
In these
And looks at
times,
it.
it's very dangerous for a lady to be on her own. So it's good to have a weapon to protect yourself. And in this
I've
economy, good to have.
Always wanted one of these.
Yeah, you pick it up and the first one you pick up, you accidentally grab it by the tail, the thinnest part of the tail, and as it just like shatters. Like it
Oh,
pops.
snap! Or whatever young kids say. What did you say?
I'll snap or whatever.
not lit.
Bet.
Bet.
And then you grab another one by the head, and it's like a longer, harder thing.
Mhm.
Doris will go over and get one too. Oh, this will look great in my cubicle next to my precious moments.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, and sort of with a quizzical look, the four of you stand around this open box. More boxes all around you on these walls.
Jenny
Now,
takes a sip of her coffee that she is now finally cool enough to drink. Let's do another one.
Jack's on a row. He's like, I've opened one. It's like, well, there are no labels, no paperwork.
I see
Let's
that.
open them all.
Ugh.
Now, everyone has to make sure that you don't take more than you can carry because it's a
Wait.
long way back here. It's a long way back. And we got to
Okay,
pick this up in our
hold on
hands.
though. Didn't the ticker tape say that there was a delivery today? Like, there's someone coming, right?
Well, Mr. Spiffany's got the key anyway. I'm gonna save my arms for the restricted section, I think.
Yeah,
You know
thinking
what?
ahead.
That might be a great point. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll go.
All right. Who wants to pick the next box? Who's been here the longest?
Oh, well, that would be me.
Ah, our wise font of wisdom, Doris. You shall have the honor to choose the next one. Make sure it's a good one, though. And you make sure there are no markings so anyone can come back and find this.
You got it, boss. You're a good boy. She reaches out and she pinches your cheek. You know what? Let me get you a little something. Like reaches inexplicably behind a box that's unlabeled and pulls out like a carton of cigarettes. Here you go.
Doris,
For you.
you know
Enjoy.
This is why I stay here. He doesn't smoke, by the way, but he keeps them for himself.
Heavily
Realize
betrayed.
It's bartering.
it. He needs his later.
What's the most dangerous looking box around?
You tell me.
I think that there's probably, you know what? Let's do this instead. There's probably like a stack of boxes that someone has inappropriately kind of stacked up. And so they're a little bit, like wobbly or whatever. And she'll point to the middle one and she'll go, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Pry
I
Baron
don't
to
have
the
my
side.
forklift license, so I don't.
Hey.
Don't need one of those.
Are there forklifts down here?
Yeah, of course.
Enough for all of us?
How many? Yeah.
Forklift party.
Yeah, there's one of you would know there's 64 forklifts throughout the facility.
What I
And-
know is that you will need a forklift license if someone is filing a complaint, and none of us are going to be doing that to each other.
I complain all the time, but it's never formal.
Well, I know. I'm the one who's trying to process them. Keep telling you to use the right form for it.
No.
Jack,
We're
you gotta do the tablecloth on the flowers way of pulling this box.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
He'll be like, oh, I can do this. The little trick my Pepe taught me. And he'll just run over and really guilelessly kick the bottom one out so they fall down and then just push the top one off. See? Probably fine.
Yeah, it
Holy
works perfect.
shit.
And
Yeah.
the box, it's fairly small. This box, it just kind of skids out.
Pepe was a soccer player.
Very impressive.
Kind of hot.
And you
He was a handsome man.
Yeah, and you pick it up and you crack it open, and as you all careen over the opening, you see the box is filled with paper eyeballs.
Now,
Like
just explain.
like a child drew an eye on a piece of paper, cut it out,
Right.
and there's just thousands in here.
But they're flat. They're not paper mache rounded
Correct.
into the.
Just paper
Oh.
eyeballs.
I'm going to dip the pry bar in, just stir it around. Like, anything in there? Huh?
Seems just filled with paper eyeballs.
Take a handful.
You know,
From
art
the
today
top of your
has
pocket.
gone in such different directions from when I grew up, but
I-
you know, just gotta enjoy the process.
I don't get it.
Just gonna throw the process.
Yeah, why? I don't understand. Why would we have this? It's basically trash, right?
Strange.
This is just garbage.
Is there anything on the back of these? Back of these eyes? If I take a little
Yeah,
piece
it's
and
the same eye, but like dead.
explain.
So like some of them are comical, like X's, and some of them
Okay.
are just like the whites have like rolled back.
Huh.
I think Jack will get one of the glass snakes, take one of the eyes, like lick the back of it, and stick it in front of him.
Huh, does it fit?
Yeah, yeah, they're
Well,
all
see,
of
this-
various sizes. Every box in here is just to make one object, and you just assemble it piece by piece.
Puts it on, looks around like, the secret door open? Or nope, just an eye on a snake.
All right, this is boring. Let's go to the cool section.
We can go to the cool section.
And
Let's
as
go.
you turn and begin walking to the cool section, you are reminded of an old adage the Lamex Group says to all of its employees. But you only remember one word. Erica, what's the word that you first remember?
Storm.
Nick?
Safety.
Gary?
Important.
Jenny? Or Joe?
Careful.
Storm, safety, important, careful. The old adage that the Lamex Group says, storm, safety, important, careful.
Oh, that was the worst sip yet.
SSIC.
Or is it
I don't think I
storm
understood
safety
the
important?
I don't think I understood the
I didn't either. Yeah, my bad.
Great. Storm, safety, important. What was the last word?
Careful.
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 Oh my God.
Safety important. Careful.
Sick.
I see we just trailed off at some point. Like we got the first header, and then
You
it went
never
into
questioned why they did that. Storm, safety, important, careful. But it's always rung true for you. And eventually you you reach the restricted section. It is as tantalizing as you remember. These large, massive, grated wall. You can touch it and it reverberates for miles in the facility. Just and before you, a small gate with a metal sign in red letters that just says restricted section, and a single door with a single keyhole.
Well, time to open this. Take the
Wait.
key.
Mr. Spiffany, wait. I just have to say that this has been the most electrifying day of work since I started here 5 weeks ago. And I just want to take a second to say, wow. And once we open this door, we're never going to be able to close it again in our hearts. So let's just take a second and think about the ways that our lives are going to change forever. All right.
You make a good point.
My
And then
heart
she
is
gets her
beating
phone
for
out
minute.
to film. All right, we're doing this.
Yeah. Now, do you do it vertically or widescreen?
Oh, vertically.
Yeah, for TikTok.
For sure.
Jack takes out a very small point and shoot camera and just like, here we are, vlogging away on the new technology of the day.
Let's
everyone.
do this.
Remember, we have had Eric coming back and telling us what is behind this door, which was not much. No matter what is behind this door, I want everyone to remember one important thing. We are still on the clock. So enjoy your payment when we get our checks back. It will be full, it will be fat, it will be happy, and let us open this door.
Let's do it.
And turns a little key. I just assume it's smooth and silky, oily.
Yeah, it's so silky and oily.
Ew.
Oily. Love it.
The
Love
good
So
it.
version of silky and oily keys,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's like the sexy version. And you do that, and the door clicks open and swings inward. And you are greeted mysteriously by a fresh scent, despite it being a chain link fence door.
Mhm. It swings inwards or outwards? Or
Yes,
towards or away?
both.
Ooh.
You realize it's one of those doors.
Now that is just dangerous. You need to have a hinge that goes one way. Someone could get hurt going back and forth. My goodness. I'll push it through.
Yeah.
That's
And-
anticlimactic. I was expecting like,
Hmm.
I don't know, like alarms or something. You know?
With a key, you were expecting the alarms to go off with, you know what?
I don't know, Doris.
That's
Jeez.
that's a good point. Maybe they did.
That's
Yeah.
how they get you.
True.
Yeah, and you enter the restricted section. You
Now,
keep the door open
now.
behind you. You lock it behind you.
No. We keep it open. Jenny, you brought one of those little snake doohickeys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I named him Frankie.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you be willing to trade Frankie for one precious Doris box of cigarettes?
I don't smoke. That stuff
Oh,
will
that's
lead
all
you
right.
cancer. Did you know that one cigarette is equal to like 500 bagels? That's like 16 million slices of bread.
Jenny,
Well,
let
you
me
know,
share some wisdom with you. From
Girl
my
math.
age. You don't use these for
Um,
yourself. You keep them. Yes, bartering technique for others around the office.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'll take 1 carton.
All right. I'm going to take Frankie. I'll take good care of him, hopefully. I'm going to put him right beside the door, just so his little head would be the part that would be crushed by a door, should it swing shut for whatever reason, trapping us inside forever.
Jenny like kneels down and kisses Frankie gently on the head before leaving. I'll be back for you, Frankie.
I'm imagining we just pass around any box of cigarettes, just kind of in preparation to eventually page it.
It's the same carton of cigarettes
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's just been moved around. And 10 years ago, Doris took all the real cigarettes out and smoked them. So now it's just an empty box that you all pass around.
Now
It's
it's
really
just,
the thought of money.
Yeah, it's just papers stuffed with like bagel crumbs, just like fully bagel crumbs in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is equivalent to 7,000 slices of bread.
Million bagels.
So bad for you.
Yeah.
If I
and
understand
the
these drops, the only thing that's going to keep us from wasting in here in oblivion is Frankie's little bulbous head. So we're going to keep him there, and he is going to keep this door open, and we will be free to pass in and out as often as we please.
Good plan.
Has anyone ever been back here before?
I haven't.
Not of you four.
No.
Wow.
And as you enter, you are greeted with the overwhelming sense of familiarity, because it looks exactly like what you were just walking through, but different,
Oh.
because it's not what you were walking through, but it feels like it.
It smells different.
It smells very different. And you move through these aisles. Are you just kind of heading as deep in as you can, or where are you guys going?
I assume these are just aisles of boxes, like again, still the Indiana Jones, just stacks. There's nothing to differentiate them. No map, nothing.
Correct.
Should we try open one?
Yes.
Jack has a
We need
small
to-
flashlight on a keyring that for some reason thinks he needs in the restricted area.
Yeah.
He hasn't been wrong yet.
Let's
We
open
need to
this one.
sort of like judge how much the tier has gone up. Like if the loot tier was like down here with like glass snakes and paper eyeballs, beyond the fence has got to be like
Real
up
snakes.
here.
No. Real eyeballs.
Real snakes, real
No.
eyeballs.
Must be.
The eyeballs would explain the tears. Good thinking.
Hmm.
Ew.
That was a great fun. Fuck you guys.
All right, whose turn is it to pick a box?
Well, Jack's been opening them, but let's give him a chance
Okay.
to open one.
Yeah, do it, Jack.
That one. Whatever's right in front of him is like
It's
yep,
a big,
that one.
it's a big, large one, like laying down fridge size almost.
Yeah, he likes to look at that one. Long. Good at a body. Okay.
Yeah.
We all did want to see one.
Yeah, you slice the red tape on it, and then you go to stick your little crowbar in to open it up, and it opens sort of with ease as you wedge it at first, and you smell this like stale, wet smell, like almost hiss out of it, Jack.
Ooh.
Stale wet smell.
Yeah.
Smells like Pepe's soccer boots after a particularly troubling game. Well, better open it.
Yeah, Jack, you reach forward and open it, and as you open it, it opens. And before you see this gaping maw with teeth filling the sides, and it screams as you open it and bites down on your crowbar, shattering it in two. And all of a sudden, this creature that looks like a box begins snapping at you, Jack. In a panic, everyone begins screaming. Jack, you tumble back into the laneway as this massive box monster begins trying to eat you. What do you do, Jack?
He will shout, "Box monster! Teeth! Box monster!" Drop my pry bar. I have a pocket knife on my keyring.
Yep.
So it's this big.
I
And
mean,
the-
Jack's the one who's like equipped for this.
Yeah,
That's
this
true.
creature starts
Yeah.
biting loudly at you, this massive creature. Mr. Spiffany, Doris, Jenny, what do you do?
Trying to get my
Film
phone
it.
out.
Joni's filming,
Yeah.
Jenny's filming the
Jack
whole
box.
thing. Doris, what do you do?
Doris kind of like, because they're still near the entrance to the other part of the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
She kind of like calmly walks out and then reaches behind another box and just pulls out like a bottle of vodka. And then she kind of walks back in. She takes her scarf off. She shoves it in the top of the bottle. And then with her cigarette, she just lights the end of the scarf. And then she kind of like, she waits a little bit. And then at a point when the box opens its mouth, she's just going to just toss it in there.
Yeah, and with
There
a
you go.
smash, the glass breaks and the creature engulfed in flames in front of Jack as he scrambles away. The creature screaming, snapping, jumping on other boxes and trying to climb away. And it does. With a shriek, you see this massive creature sprout legs and crawl its way across the boxes. And some crates fall and smash open all around you as this thing just begins climbing over aisles of crates. And after a few seconds of silence, you realize it's just kind of disappeared into the restricted section.
There are no moments of silence. Jenny is screaming this entire time, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
No. I know what we just saw was a little bit interesting, but I want all of us to realize, take a note of that massive workplace violation of safety. Doris, if I am not incorrect, does that not mean we are now eligible for hazard pay?
It does.
There you go, a celebration.
This feels like a time and a half situation to me.
I'm sorry, what the fuck just happened?
A promotion, Jenny. This is how
Jack,
the corporate
are you
world works.
Hey, oh my god! And Jenny runs
Jack
over to Jack to see if he's got any like abrasions or something.
No.
Stand up, dust himself off, be like, the old Finkel flamin' vodka.
Fuck!
Thanks, Doris.
That was a good box, Jack.
Oh,
Well done,
you're a
everyone.
good boy. Doris walks over to you, Jack, and she hands you like an Altoids container. And when you open it, there are definitely joints in there, like a bunch of them. Just for here you go, kid.
A single
job.
tear does go down Jack. Doris.
Yeah, and as you're sort of just, the three elders calmly assessing the situation and Jenny freaking out, your eyes drift over to some of the boxes that have been knocked over. And a bunch of random items seem to be spilt out before you, Mr. Spiffany. You see a pair of boots, a few belts, a candle, just random items. But moreover, what you notice is that this box and the last box seem to have a similar iconography, which you remember matches one of the lists that you carry with you in your pocket that was given to you upon your hiring here as overseer, for the general people that I don't remember your job title, but you have a booklet of symbols and iconographies and what they do.
Yeah, all right. That catches my eye, of course, but I am not a man who was ever turns down a free belt. So I will first pick that up, acquire it around my waist, and then I will look up this icon.
Yeah, you throw on the belt and you feel insanely strong, insanely strong.
I feel my internal strength manifesting in my
external too. You feel like you could pick up at least 7 boxes in one go.
Yeah, this would have helped with the previous box.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Spiffany, I don't know what's going on here, but that belt does not slay. Okay? It just doesn't. The rainbow suspender is already holding up your pants. I don't know if you understand the whole
safety.
Right? You get that, right? You're doing double duty. Pick one accessory, please.
Jenny, you are going to realize one day that you have to start the trend in order to have the trend be set. This is the start of Double Belt Day. We will have double belts all around the world soon.
There are more belts on the ground too. And Jack and Doris, you also notice that in another crate that's fallen over, there's a few odd items. There's a flask, there's a blade, there's some glue, there's a sword, a talisman.
I encourage everyone to take a belt. Join me.
Any headwear of any kind?
Yeah, there's headwear, of course. There's headwear.
Jenny goes over to the pile of belts and starts kind of kicking through the belts, and she picks up the belt that looks the best.
Yeah, there's definitely one that looks really good.
If there's any kind of belt that is looks like an accessory, that's the belt she's gonna put on.
Yeah, you throw that on, and as you do, you feel really sturdy. like not strong, but like you're kind of like, if you know what, you feel like the cigarettes wouldn't really fuck with you anymore.
Give me one of those.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Jenny smokes a cigarette for no reason.
Yeah, and you feel like it doesn't really affect you.
This is only like 10 pieces of bread. It's like nothing.
Jack, you walk over. There's like a cloak on the ground. There's what were you looking for? I forgot what you said.
Jack will look and he'll see like just a pristine fedora.
Yes.
And I'll be that's like one my pappy had. I've always wanted to try that, and just fuck the other one off his head. He's got that like no hair here kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you put on the fedora, and immediately another version of you appears like 10 feet away. Just whoop.
Hey, me.
And he nods back to you. Hey, hello.
Technically, it's me.
Back to me.
What?
He's like, hey,
yep.
Take it off.
And he disappears.
That's neat. Put it back on.
Yep. Hello. He's back.
Now, if we do keep this other Jack, I assume this means we have already filed the human resource forms. Because
Done.
You're not here.
Consider it done. Double
Doris?
pay, Jack. Good job.
Doris, there's cloaks, there's crystal balls, there's swords, there's figurines.
Sure. Doris makes a beeline for that flask.
Yeah, the flask.
Ooh, what have we here?
Yeah, you pick it up. It's an iron bottle with a brass stopper, and it. Yeah, it's. Yeah, you just hold it for a second, and you take off the stopper. Nothing seems to happen with it for a second.
Is there any liquid or anything inside?
No, it seems empty.
Oh. Well, nature abhors a vacuum. I don't know. She'll go and get another bottle of something and start pouring it into the flask.
Yeah, you pour it in, but all the liquid like doesn't go into it. It like keeps pouring around the side. It just doesn't enter the flask.
Yours is broken.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a bum flask.
No.
And I can't put anything into it?
No, every time you like pour it, like weirdly just goes over it. Like it doesn't seem to want to go into it.
Man, I am curious. I think I'll just put the stopper back on and keep it with me, and then
Sure. Yeah. You put it into your pocket. And Jenny already got something. Perfect. Yeah. So,
I'm not done yet. But first of all, okay, hold on. So this belt, please tell me, how does it look? Because I can't see me. Like it, you have to get the top to bottom. Okay.
Here you go.
So,
give her the hat.
Jack will put the hat on your head.
oh
and
my
then
god!
another one pops up. Oh my god!
This is incredible. Hey, girl. And then I do like a TikTok dance with myself, and we're like doing it. It's like we're dabbing.
I like to shout out to what is TikTok.com.
Oh, yeah.
I love this belt. Thank you so much. And then I give I give Jack the hat back.
What should we call him? And he points at the other Jack.
I'll be Jack as well.
Jack? Okay.
No,
That's
Jack as
gonna
well.
get pretty confusing.
Just call
What
me
should we
Jack
call
as
him,
well.
Boris?
Let's call him Smack. I don't know.
I like it.
Okay.
Second
with that.
Jack. Smack.
Second Jack.
Did that work?
Anybody got a better idea? Keep it to yourself. Smack. That's your name.
Fine by me.
Love it.
Love it. Great. Wonderful.
Jenny picks up. You said there's figurines. What does that mean?
Yeah, there's like a bronze, an ebony, a gold, and an ivory, a marble, and they're all different animals, like a griffin, a fly, a lion, a goat, an
Is
elephant,
there like
a dog.
like a unicorn or a Pegasus?
No,
or...
there's a griffin, a fly, a lion, a goat, an elephant, a dog, or an owl.
Cool. I pick up the lion one. This looks so slay.
Yeah, it's like small enough to fit in your pocket, and when the minute you say slay, the little figurine it glows, and like 60 feet in front of you, I forgot what the creature was already. What was it?
It's a lion.
A lion appears.
I throw the figurine, and I just
Yeah, and the figurine.
oh my god!
So Jenny throws the figurine, and the lion's like, I serve you. And as it smashes, the line just gets torn apart. And it's like,
Hey!
"Whoa!" It just smashes apart in front of you. And this like bloody lion carcass just falls over. into
There's a
pieces.
lion.
That's fair. They're
Like
not local to this area. It's better this way.
What was that, Jack?
HR, lion, injury.
Doris, the minute
Oh,
you say, Dennis, Doris, the minute you say Jack, the stopper in your bottle pops off and it shakes in your pocket. And Jack, you see him just disappear. And you hear a tiny little voice from the bottle.
Hey, I think I'm in here. It's pretty nice.
Found a new break room.
If I put the hat on, is Jack outside the bottle?
There's two. No, there's two over here.
Oh, we're both in here. The hat doesn't work outside the bottle. Okay.
Have you ever wanted to kiss yourself?
Well, we could try it right now.
Getting a lot of feelings in here.
Okay,
We have
enough
to
of
sit here for a
that.
few more minutes.
That's
No time.
best.
No, we don't need long.
If you stay in here, stay in there, you're off the clock. You don't get paid for that.
No,
Let us
not
out.
yet.
Let us out.
Jack. I'll say Jack again. Holding
Yeah,
the
and
bottle up.
out of the bottle.
Jack is like, what?
Okay,
We're kissing.
Doris is gonna try something. She'll hold the bottle up and say, "All the shit in here,
Nothing.
all the boxes."
No, unfortunately, nothing
Yeah.
moves.
Never works the way you want it to.
Mr. Spiffany, I just had an epiphany. Has anyone ever said that to you before?
They have now.
Well,
Yeah, good
can
one.
I just say I'm so happy to be the first. I had kind of an epiphany, like I just said before. The boxes outside the chain link fence did not have any symbols on them, and so we could just take them, right? But like
Mhm.
she like gestures around at the symbols on the boxes. Aren't these ones technically like on your piece of paper? We can't. I mean, I don't want to like be a narc or anything, but like, are we gonna get in
Okay.
trouble? Because I cannot afford my apartment if I don't have my paycheck, and I can't
Yeah.
get fired. So
I never want you to have to worry about being a narc. You are part of this team. That is called doing due diligence. Well done, Jenny.
thank you.
You're fired.
I will take out the list that I've had. I've always
Yeah,
empathetic.
and as you sort of cross-reference it and these symbols, you start reading a bunch of odd names like that are assigned to various positions, like Deck of Many Things and Robe of Eyes and Staff of Healing and Talisman of Pure Good. And you recognize the symbol next to all of these is like a really nerdy role-playing symbol. And it seems like all of these items, when you flip through enough pages, are classified under adventuring items for Dungeons and Dragons, which is this section of the restricted section.
Well, now that we seem to have some sort of inventory, I suppose we should be a little bit more careful about what we move around. Because if somebody comes back to us saying that these things are supposed to be in certain places, well, I will not be the one put in charge of cleaning it up. We will hire someone, or we will find an item in here that will do it for us.
Jenny's like looking over your shoulder at the list. Oh my god! So is that like everything in here?
Isn't everything in here? Is it like a full?
Yeah. They're like organized by legendary to mundane to common. It's not everything in the section. It's just like the front of the restricted section. It still goes on forever. And in fact, you kind of feel the call of deeper in as you're standing by these broken boxes, because you know the delivery guy is going to come soon, and either you got to let him in or be out front.
Now, letting the delivery man in while we're in here, is that considered bad?
Yeah, very bad.
Mm.
Doris, you found your little friendly flask.
Yes,
Do we know the delivery man's name?
it's sometimes it's a different guy. We used to have Stuart, but he
Yeah,
he's something happened to Stuart. I don't even know anymore.
He stopped coming 2 years back.
Yeah.
Jenny, we are going to
Shame.
teach you a new lesson here. It's called networking. You are going to be our liaison with this new delivery man. All you have to do is introduce yourself, being the new person on the
As
team.
you're talking, you just hear, and and this guy in a delivery uniform is flying down the hall. And Doris, you recognize for a split second, Stuart came back before he goes right into your bottle.
Oh,
Oh, well done.
got him. Holding up the bottle.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, so I need to network with Stuart? I'm so confused.
Well, if he's already in the bottle, I suppose the job is done. Well, good work,
I guess
everyone.
we have some more time now.
Yeah, we have some
Let's look around in these boxes.
But you said that Stuart stopped coming, so that's just like we took him from like his home or his family or something, right?
Oh, you're right. He wasn't wearing a delivery uniform. I'm
No,
assuming.
he was. He was wearing a
Oh.
delivery uniform. Yeah.
Well, we know what happens to things that
He's
aren't
got
local to
different
the
rules.
area. So go the lay of the line that just happened a little while ago. So we either keep him in the bottle or we set him free.
Yeah.
I say we keep him in the
Can
bottle.
can the
think
bottle
so.
hold 2 people?
Well, it had you and your friend.
Yeah.
Is he real though?
Are you real? Maybe I'm the real one.
That's true, Jack. Good questions.
Oh, I don't mind
What an-
smack.
Oh, sorry, Smack.
What an ethical conundrum this is posed.
I guess we should find somebody else. Oh, I have an idea. And she'll hold the bottle aloft and she'll go, Eric.
And you wait for an appropriate amount of time, but nothing comes.
Ugh.
Does that mean that he told us a like different name?
Or maybe
he's
only
late
one
again.
person can be in the thing at a
Could be.
time. I don't know.
I vote we
So
keep Eric. I
listen,
vote keep
okay. I was reading online about like caged animals and how it's like so mean to them because they like pace around in their enclosure and stuff, and it's like the saddest thing that I ever saw. Do you think it's like bad juju's to like keep a guy in a bottle for a long time?
Pretty comfortable when I was in there.
It wasn't comfortable. Yeah, we were pretty good.
We liked it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think
We
any
were kissing.
creature needs to breathe, eat, or drink, and doesn't really age while they're in this thing. That's my guess.
I didn't age.
Known fact.
No, I didn't age at all. No.
We didn't age.
You were only in there for like a minute.
Didn't age a minute.
Not even.
I can feel it.
Cool.
We know
Okay.
the passage of time very well. Yep.
Hmm.
I say we make sure we have Stuart in a bottle ready to go, because now that I'm thinking about it, we all work here. Stuart doesn't. And if anybody comes in here saying that they are in the restricted area without permission, well, we are just doing our jobs, making sure that Stuart is not violating the sanctity of this corporate environment.
Trespassing. Bad.
I do
Illegal.
believe we get a bonus for that.
Not very nice at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's steal some more stuff.
Good thinking, Jenny. That's
Agreed.
why we hired you.
Can I
I
grab
assume we
that
hired
goat
her.
figure? She just showed up one day.
Shut up, she's here.
I work here now.
I was told that you had an intern opening.
What were you saying, Nick?
I was hoping to grab that goat figurine.
Yeah, grab it. Yeah. You pick it up. There's just everything. So it's an ivory goat. And when you speak its activation word,
Goat.
yeah. No, I think we landed on slay. No, it changes for each person. Yeah,
Okay.
and then a goat pops up.
Do you serve me?
Sure.
Great, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, you can't talk anymore. That's the rule, okay? You gotta keep quiet.
But I was a king.
I think Doris will just take this and smash it on the ground. Let me try a different one. Hang on.
I love do you serve
These
me?
poor animal figurines.
There's an elephant, a dog, an owl, a griffin, and a fly left.
Was there a cloak on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack will put that on.
Okay, which figurine do you pick up first?
Me?
No, Nick.
Oh,
picked
so
up
I'm so
different.
sorry.
Oh, let's go for that fly.
Mhm.
Yeah, you pick up the
Yeah.
fly, and it comes, and it's like just got a fear on its face, looking at the dead goat
The deadline, I assume.
and the
Fists
lion.
are all over the place and fur and stuff. Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
Just like nods.
Yeah. So we had a little trouble with the last two. I'm kind of hoping you'll be a little more compliant.
And it like just lands on
Alrighty.
your shoulder.
All right, I'm set.
Yeah, Jack, you pick up a cloak. There's 2 cloaks on the ground. One is red and one is blue. Which one do you pick up?
Blue all day.
Oh, yeah.
Everything sucks.
You pick up this cloak and you put it on, and then a third you pops up. hello, and the two of them are like, hey.
Jack,
It's like
Smack.
just another one.
You can be
I'll
Thrack.
I'll be Thrack. Yeah.
Smack. Jack.
Thrack.
Okay.
This is good. We don't have to hire a replacement for Eric.
Yep.
I could really use a bag
Yeah.
to go with my other
Yeah, you grab the
accessories.
bag of holding.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what you want.
No, I want a different bag.
No? Bag. I don't have any. I have bag. There you go. Yeah, you grab a bag nearby. You pick it up and
This
you look
is
inside
great.
and it's filled with beans.
Ugh, I gotta get these beans out of here,
Cooked?
or else I won't be able to fit my shoes. And I just pull the bean out and I throw it on the ground.
Yeah, it explodes in a 10-foot radius and you all fly back and like 7 more crates smash open.
Nope.
Oh shit!
Golden
Sorry,
bean.
Marie.
Now, me with my fashionable attire, I am able to shake this off much sooner than everyone else, I assume, being strong.
Yeah, you're very
and
strong,
having inner
yeah.
strength. So I will resist this shockwave of exploding debris and approach the nearest pile that's appeared before me.
Pile?
Pile, whatever's around me.
Yeah,
what's
there's a
closest?
pile of stones.
Ah. I would like to examine the stones. Are they what color are they? What kind of stones?
All different color. Gray, red, blue, orange, stone colored.
Well, in honor of Jack's
And there's a
thoughtful
mace.
coordination. Oh, and a mace. You know what? Forget all that. I'll go for the mace.
Yeah, you pick up a mace
You
and
pick
you
up a
feel
mace.
lucky.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. It's a good day.
I can't believe I just got a bag of beans. This is the worst. I can't even take the rest out because that's gonna happen. So now I just have
As you're standing there, you hear this loud sort of like answer to the explosion that just happened, deeper within the restricted section, like a rumble. Something seems to have heard your explosion and answers.
Nope.
It's just like a big, bassy shake of the ground, and it feels disconcerting.
Well, as the new caretakers of this area, I think it is our obligation to investigate what this is and to, hopefully address it before the true delivery man of the day approaches and have a more reasonable excuse for why we are in here. Other than the man we've trapped.
Everyone get a document open real quick, because everyone randomly grabs 4 things, and I'm going to tell you what they are. Mr. Spiffany, you grab something called a bead of force,
Okay.
cubic gate, a
Okay.
folding boat, and a luck
Okay.
blade.
Okay.
Doris, you grab an amulet of health, a cloak of invisibility,
Oh yes.
a hand of Vecna, and horseshoes of speed. Jack, you grab the axe of dwarvish lords, the boots of levitation. You already have a cloak. Crystal ball of mind reading, flame tongue. Is that 3? And a stone of mastery.
Flame
Iron
tongue is
stone of
4.
mastery. Oh, there you go.
and
Okay,
this
Flame
is on
tongue.
top.
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. And Joe, you grab a book of exalted deeds, a crystal ball of telepathy, a hammer of thunderbolts, and a staff of withering.
Are
Y'all
you
just-
telling me that I'm dual wielding a lucky mace and a lucky blade?
So what happens is you just like grab these things quickly, and then you start heading off down the aisles to
Alright.
whatever is
We
going on.
prepare ourselves.
Should we Google what these?
Yeah, but
things
on your own
do?
time. You move down the aisles with these massive, reverberations starting to echo down towards you. And it
Power
feels like
walking.
it's coming deep. Yeah, power walking. And you come across this giant egg. This massive egg. It's 7 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and seems scary, but it's not the thing that's reverberating, actually.
Hmm.
You look at this egg, it's got these like scales all over it, these like hardy earthen scales, and it's sitting on like a bed of like hay, straw. Do you do anything with the egg?
Well, I have been with this company for a while, and this is either a fake synthetic egg or it's the egg of the greater desert scorpion, in which case we should probably deal with it now.
I'm going to use my crystal ball of mind reading to try and like, hey, I'm going to probe the mind if it's in there.
Yeah, I'll do that too. And all your other guys are holding other elements too. They all
They all
three
have
of
the
them
same stuff.
No, they have different stuff. They'll pick the different.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah,
They
you
touch
mind
my
read
shoulders.
it. Doesn't seem like anything is awake in there. Seems like it's whatever it
An
is either dead or way too young.
Well, I would bring up the point that Jenny had made earlier, saying that it is concerning to have a creature, a sentient creature trapped inside a tiny little area. I think it is also our obligation to set this beast free.
Hold on. Mr. Spiffany, I don't know what kind of zoos you've been to, and like I don't really know where you're from or whatever, but like I've never seen an animal that would make an egg that big. So yeah, even if it's a baby.
As you stand there, the reverberations continue farther beyond. They're not coming from the egg, and you see a few boxes fall off of shelves further in, and they land with loud smashes.
Well, Jenny, you do bring up a good point, but again, in my experience being here, I do know that the eggs of the greater desert scorpion are very good at defending their territory. If there is something that is on its way to approach and potentially kill us, I would like to have something on our side that has more of a spine than Eric ever did.
I mean, they don't have spines because they have exoskeletons. I learned that in biology class last year, but
Boom!
slay, okay? I'm all about it. Let's go. Baby scorpion, party down.
We learned so much from the youth of today.
You're the future.
I would like to use my mace of luck and my stabbing blade of luck to smash a scorpion baby-sized hole and hope that that's what's inside of it. Using my luck.
You smash the egg and you kill the child that was inside. It turned out to be a dragon.
Oh no.
No, it's all right. Dragons aren't very useful.
Yeah, but then you hear this like bellowing call from deep within.
Oh no. This is the worst of all things.
But Mr. Spiffany feels confident.
I do feel confident. And as I think about it more, I realize that it probably wasn't a good, safe working environment to have a dragon egg in our restricted warehouse. So in the end, we saved.
This is the egg's fault. You all saw it. It came at me.
Oh man.
I would like to proceed through the egg or through around the other side. Of course, it's not.
Spiffany walks through the egg, like stomps on the skeleton of the baby.
If you're going to do a job, you make sure it is complete.
Yeah, you continue down the hallway as things in this building begin to kind of shake as you feel multiple things maybe waking up, coming to life. And you reach a double secure room. It's a small white room within the larger restricted section, something that you never could have imagined, a restricted section.
Interesting.
You cannot see in it except for one little looky-loo into the room. But the door has no handle. And you see in the room there are 6 boxes. All of equal size, all sitting on plinths.
This is where the good shit is. I know it. I want to probe the boxes with my crystal ball of telepathy.
Sure. Nothing answers.
So there's no creatures that can communicate telepathically?
Correct.
All right.
Suddenly you hear a thumping, crunching, as if something is moving through the aisles of boxes towards you.
Use my flame tongue to try break the door open.
Nice. You give it a heavy whack, and your blade bounces off. You'll need something different to
door.
get through this door. A very strong door. Yep.
Cool.
I don't know what a cubic gate is, but I would like to attempt to use it.
Yeah, you use the cubic gate. It radiates energy. The 6 sides of the cube are key to different places. You can open a portal to another area that you look at.
Could I have that area be inside of this dome?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, there we are.
Make it happen, Spiffany. Tell us what happens.
I assuming I imagine what it looks like. It's just a nice cube. Mr. Spiffany holds this cube in front of the door, maintaining a little eye contact at that little window that he has.
Yeah.
He positions it where he thinks the door may be, because of course you use the door to get inside. He doesn't want to overcomplicate things. And with a little whirl of nice iridescent light, it expands into a portal that we are all then free to walk through.
Yeah. Does
It's
everyone
already-
walk through? Even Doris?
You don't know because you look around and Doris is nowhere to be found.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Cloak of invisibility.
That's great.
It's
You
a
just see
company
puffs of
asset.
smoke coming out.
Yeah.
What are we doing now? Yeah, that's amazing. You enter through just as the last person enters through the little gateway and it shuts. You look back through from inside this white room to see a dragon lurching past. It swipes all the surrounding boxes off the shelves. The shelves are obliterated. But as if this white room was made from an unmovable force, its tail crashes against it. It is impenetrable. Only the door rattles, but nothing else in the room shakes. In fact, the 6 boxes on the plinths are unmoving as well.
Fucking nice one, Mr. Spiffany.
That's why I say always go for the random lucky loot that you find in corporate restricted boxes.
Good motto.
Seems like it's applicable in a number of different situations, so it's
gonna use it.
yeah.
Should we just like do it like Price is Right style or like rock, paper, scissors?
Are the boxes look exactly this? Do they look
They're
identical?
identical. Yeah, they all look
Oh.
identical. They're in a line on individual plinths, left to right. There's 6 of them.
And are they like wooden boxes that would have to be pried open just like the ones we had, or?
They are wooden boxes, but they don't need to be pried open. They look like they have hinges and lids that open.
Okay, well listen, there's 6 of us here. She says, referring to Jack,
Oh, and then
Black
Thrack and
and-
Smack.
Thrack. So I guess we all just get one, right?
That's
Alright,
a good
okay.
welcoming environment.
Okay.
Do it.
And Smack walks up to the first one.
I take the second one.
Third one.
I'll take the 4th one.
Maybe Thrack walks over to the 5th one, but then you hear, "Hey, get your own."
I'll take the 6th one then. Yeah, and
Thrack.
Smack turns to the others, and we should do this one at a time, I think.
Okay.
And he opens the first box. And for a moment, doesn't seem like anything's changed. He looks inside of it, sees nothing. But as he looks back, and as you look at him, you suddenly realize that the boxes, the plinths, the room, and yourselves are all made out of hard candy.
Oh,
Like
What
your
kind?
lips and your nose and your eyes, everything is like, as you move, it's like...
lemon.
Does cotton candy count as hard candy if it's spun sugar?
No, only hard
Yes.
candy. Your hair is hard candy. Everything is hard candy.
Oh, like the rock crystal things that we would make.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all right with that. I like that as hair.
This is
Can
different.
we talk?
Very odd.
Close.
Yeah, you can talk. It like creaks as you talk. Like the joints of hard candy are made as if you could still talk.
I like that. Yeah.
I don't like this.
hate this.
I don't like this.
Hey, Smack, can you close that box?
Yep. He closes it, and instantaneously, everyone is back to how they were.
Oh,
I'll
Interesting.
just get rid of this one, and he smashes the box.
I guess me next.
Yeah, Jenny, you stand before
step
your
back
box.
to prepare.
I don't know, guys. This is like freaky.
You can do it.
All right, I'm doing it. Should I open the box?
Yeah. And similarly, as you sit back and look around, everybody, including yourself, has been replaced or in some fashion into metal gears. Everything is metallic and metal. Your ears are gears. Your eyes are pieces of twirling metal. Your voices are now voice boxes, a creaking movement, the plinths, the boxes. Everything is now made of metal.
My joints have never felt so loose and smooth.
Shut the box. Shut the box.
I close the box.
Yeah. And everyone's back to normal.
Don't smash it though. Just keep it there for a second.
We may need
Everyone
that
could
for
be
that.
useful. I like being metal man.
What if we have to use these boxes to defeat the dragon? What do you guys think?
Could be useful.
Very useful.
Jack opens his.
Yeah. As you open yours, everyone loses weight and begins floating up.
Oh,
Oh, that losing weight. Okay.
feel pretty
Keep in this
trim.
box. I can eat anything. Yeah. Everyone just starts floating. Whoa. And then floating turns into reverse gravity, and you all get starting to get pressed up on the ceiling.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
God
Did the
damn it
boots of
all.
levitation work the opposite way against this?
Yes.
He'll float down,
Nice.
try to close it.
Yep.
Whoop.
Yeah. You close it, and everyone falls back down with a thud.
Oh,
We could get the dragon to eat this one. Might help.
we good.
Might be pretty nice, actually.
We've got options.
That's smart.
I'm
Smart.
gonna open up my box. All excited
Yep.
for this.
And as you open, you hear like the twittering of a bird. And as you look back up, everyone has turned into what can only be described as like a natural earthy form. Like your hair is moss, your skin is wood. There are like woodpeckers in you, like, but everything around you is natural. The plinth is natural. The the box is wood, but like it looks like a natural wood. Everything is earthy, and your tongue tastes like dirt.
Well, this seems like a poor version of the metal one. Close that. Disappointment.
I kind of like that. It felt like I was like reconnecting with the planet, you know?
Had one with nature.
You ruined it for all of it.
We dominated nature for a reason, kids. And Doris will throw open the lid for the fifth box.
Yeah, as you throw open the fifth box, everyone suddenly loses the color. Everything is in black and white. And when you go to
Don't see a
speak,
difference.
only subtitles show up. And you're dressed in very like movie monster colors and thick white paint. And you're in a silent black and white movie.
Doris's mouth is moving, and all you see are just like symbols, like expletives are being like deleted out, just like a litany of them, just so many.
Jenny pulls out her iPhone to take a photo of this like cool new look, but
like
it's
a big...
it's a big camera like
Yeah.
taped to a typewriter.
Exactly.
She's just like,
Jack's
Perfect.
playing the background music on the piano.
Oh, excellent.
I'll go ahead and slam that that thing shut.
Ah,
Uh,
music at my fingertips.
They're so loud now.
And
I don't like it.
Thrak is standing at the last box and sort of looks to all of you, and he says,
Well, this is probably the best through the,
logic. And he throws it open, and what you see at first is odd. He flips it open. You look at your hands. You look at him. You look at everyone else. It doesn't seem like anything's changed. He picks it up, kind of shakes it, kind of tips it upside down, looks inside it. You can still talk. You can still breathe. You're still on the ground. But what you see in his hands is the box just begins sort of falling apart, crushing. And before you can realize, it just falls to dust on the floor. And you look to the other boxes, and they all turn to dust. And slowly, you turn to see the door begin to rust and crumple, and eventually it falls. And after a few beats, you stand there, wondering what the hell has happened.
Uh-oh.
I can't shut the box.
Don't love this.
Well, I think we've done enough here. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reintroduce you to my cubic gate and return back to our cubicles.
Great.
Let's
Sounds
do
good.
that, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, we have all of our like treasure, so we can just
We were never here.
pretend that the dragon isn't rampaging, and it'll be fine.
Well, I thought about that, Jenny. I've considered that dragon has been here for quite some time, and were we to slay the beast, as it were, the delivery man may take some issue with that, may notice, and may file a complaint. Now, I would be sure
Maybe-
it was not processed, but
Maybe it was the delivery man that killed the dragon.
maybe it was the delivery man that
I
killed
don't
the
know.
dragon.
I don't think we'll have to worry about that.
Thrak, standing at the now crumpled door, points. And as you look outside, you see there is no dragon, only a skeleton, a very old looking skeleton. And there's no more warehouse, just large piles of dirt and debris, as if thousands of years have passed. And in fact, you see large streaks of light shining through the roof. And the warehouse and the rusted gate, now falling in shambles, are silent and empty. And you hear a pipe fall very far away.
Well,
This
putting
does not slay.
my thinking cap on, I have a proposal. I believe we have all had the very, very good fortune of falling into early retirement. Welcome, everyone, to the other side of the corporate world.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Oh,
What do you mean? I have friends, okay? I have a cat at home.
Jenny,
This
I,
is not okay.
Sorry, Jenny.
Jenny, I thought you understood this when you joined this team. We are your friends now.
And you're only for quite a while, I think. I believe, exponentially, time is still going forward.
And the skeleton that you saw a few moments ago is now just dust.
Well, I think I should have shut the box quickly.
You can't hold regret with you. You know, you gotta let the past be the past.
We all make mistakes.
We all,
Wait a
yeah.
minute.
And
We
the good
can't
thing is, it was the past, just there. That was that. What? And there's the past again. What? There it goes
Good one.
again.
The
Show
three
him
of us is giggling. Good joke.
And Smack and Thrak start walking back towards the cubicles.
Well, maybe I left a cigarette or something.
Door stays quiet.
Oh,
So, now what?
so, well, yeah, what do we like even do with our lives? Like, what are our lives now? We don't even have anything. I guess we'll just
Nope.
sit here and wait for the world to end. Like, what is? I guess like climate change. Who cares, right?
Well, I can either clock back in to finish the rest of our day as we perceive time, or we enjoy the new rapid foreshot into the new chaotic.
I'm going to clock in. I like the sound of that.
Jenny,
Thrak.
don't think about this as losing things. Think about it as being free of the shackles of the mundane and the material. Nothing's holding you. You have no responsibility. You've got no obligation. You've got no criminal record. You know, it's just a clean friggin' slate.
Yeah, I'm like the top influencer of the world now.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't clocked out for thousands of years. That's a lot of pay.
A lot of pay.
Mandatory overtime.
A lot of time and a half. Yep,
Triple
yep.
time. Oh,
Yeah, and with an odd jovialness, the four of you hike back towards your previous cubicles, tripping over magic items that have long since rusted, stepping over boxes filled with now mangled pieces of paper eyes and broken glassware.
Frankie, no.
From all over. Frankie's still holding the door open,
Yes.
untouched for thousands
Good
upon
sneak.
thousands of years.
Well done.
And as you reach the old offices, which have now fallen from their suspended position, and you enter climbing over the debris, your eyes fall to a long, long list of unripped telegrams. But you read the last one, which simply just says, "Under desk, please watch.
Hmm.
Eric."
Oh, Eric. All right.
Eric's
well,
under the disc.
I don't see
seems
him.
like some
There's a
things don't
skeleton, like
change.
the surprise sign.
Oh, I can look around our collective set of desks to see if I can find any remnants.
Yeah, and you try to look around Jenny, who refuses to move from the desk she co-opted.
This is mine.
Barely got to use it in like 100,000 years. And sure enough, taped under the underside of the desk is a floppy disk. And it takes quite a long
Fancy
time for
technology.
Jack, but with the help of Thrack and Smack, they reassemble the dusty parts of a computer to boot up and watch on the video camera screen that he has on his person using technology. And what you see is a very aged looking Eric from well beyond the grave speaking to the four of you. If you're watching this, you have caused the end of the world. You are stuck in a time loop. You will end the universe, and then it will be reborn again, anew, and you'll continue to cycle over and over again until time stops. But there is a solution hidden within the... There is another way to reverse the time.
Typical Eric.
Yeah.
Describes a standard work week and then gives us the same quality of instructions that he usually gives us.
He always was a talker.
Never liked him.
Nope.
I think we
I
let,
want him happy to relive nothing over and over again.
I like working with the now 5 of you. Now 5 of you. I think we've done well.
6.
You
Oh.
guys are insane. What?
That's right,
You don't want to stop this time loop?
Jenny, we're not just custodians of the Department of Adventuring anymore. We're custodians of the world.
That's true. We should let Stuart out of the bottle.
Oh,
Sorry, Stuart.
Okay. Stop me if this is a bit out of line, okay? But are we taking him out so we could eat him?
Wouldn't be against it.
I considered it.
Pretty hungry.
That's good
Okay.
consideration.
All right, Jack, you want to start a fire? She'll uncork the bottle. Stuart, show yourself.
Stuart! How you doing, buddy?
What the hell's going on?
I wouldn't worry too much about it. Doris will produce the Hand of Vecna and will cast Finger of Death with one of its charges at Stuart.
Jesus Christ.
There
He's
you
like-
go.
Okay. And he just like shrivels up and like dies.
Oh, well,
Gotta get the
that's-
microwave.
we've cooked him on the way.
And the package he was carrying just falls on his dusty corpse.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, the package!
package.
all right.
Package.
Because we should open it.
Package.
R.I.P. Stuart.
Yeah, you open the package to find a small little wooden box that has a hinge that opens and shuts,
I will.
but a 4-digit combination on the front. It
Oh.
requires 4 letters to open.
Oh, you can't spell
Oh.
storm
Do
with 4 letters.
SSIC.
And
Try
it
that.
clicks open.
There
Oh.
you go.
Oh,
And
well
as it
done.
clicks open, a bright flash of light flashes out. And for a moment, all of you are dizzy until you open your eyes to see Eric wiping a tear from his eye, pulling the VHS out of the player. The 4 of you are sitting just as you were in the front row of the boardroom. And as you stand up to leave, he says, Mr. Spiffany, I wanted to give you the key to the restricted section.
Jenny jumps up and gives him a huge hug.
Oh,
Oh my God, Eric!
I was hoping for that earlier when I had my hands out. Thank you, Jenny. I really appreciate that. Maybe you should have the key.
and he hands you the key instead, Jenny. You are deserving of this.
You have like no idea what a crazy day I had. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's all a mystery and it's confusing. Come on, Jenny. I want to go ride that dragon.
And we're going to call it there. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary friends, that was the Custodial Department of Adventuring.
Employees of the month, all around.
Employees of the month, all
Fully.
4 of you. Well done. That was a wild something or other. Great job. MVP Gary for letting me play multiple characters alongside you, my friend.
I love it.
Great result.
Yeah, nailed it. Great job. Very weird. I don't know. We figured it out in the end. I suppose it was something, and I had fun doing it. I hope you all enjoyed playing, and I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you like the video and make sure you check out our good friends' various social pages. One more time, Nick, tell them where they can find you.
AimSlateNobody.com, Actual Play Podcast, Call of Cthulhu, but a whole bunch of other stuff, including like improvised games where the GMs don't really have anything planned and the whole thing is made up on the spot.
That sounds too silly.
Listen, it's really, really silly.
Who does that?
Yeah, we're going to have you, Harlan, back on because we've had some great GMs otherwise. We got Ross Bryan on there. We had Jason Cordova, who's doing the Between for us. So many great things. We had Joseph McAdam, Rashawn Scott, all sorts of big names. We love them.
Wow.
We love having them. Come
Holy
check out
shit.
our content. AimSlateNobody.com.
Hells yeah. Gary, where can they find y'all?
I'm on Audible at getgaryhired.com.
Hold on.
And,
I'm trying to find your real one. Where is it?
Oh, just GaryFurlingVoiceovers.com. And I'm Gary Furling VO on Instagram, TikTok, all this
And
stuff.
Patreon.
And Patreon.
Check out Gary's Patreon. Listen, you can, if you don't necessarily want to support right away, you can always follow for free at the very least, and you can check updates for Gary, and it's a blast. Erica, where can they find you?
If you walk into the nearest forest and find the perfect, pristine little pond and throw a wonderfully formed salt crystal in the middle, wait tonight, I'll be there.
Weird. I like it. Great job. Joe, Dice Shame Podcast.
Yeah, you can find me here on this channel with my handsome as anything husband. We're going to be spooky streaming on Friday night.
That's right. Yeah.
Stay tuned for an exciting video gaming venture that we're going to be announcing in a little bit. Not quite ready for the details, but absolutely listen to Dice Shame. I'm the host and GM of a 5th edition actual play D&D podcast, running everyone through Storm King's Thunder. It's been a lot of fun. We're on season 2.
Also, this one, Demon Training tomorrow night. You're joining them.
Absolutely.
Stuff and such.
Yep.
Cool. And then finally, you can check out my shenanigans on malevolent.ca or years of role playing here if you like that, or role playing on Ain't Slayed Nobody, voice acting on a ton of shows. You can check me out pretty much anywhere you want to check.
You should put your link tree.
Oh, I made a link tree.
I did.
You know what? I'm going to do that because
It's worthwhile.
literally put everything that I've ever done.
It's all
there.
in
Check
one
that
place.
Linktree/Harlan Guthrie.
Is that what Linktree is? Okay, now
You just
I know.
have to know how to spell my name, and then you got it. But that is it from us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is an absolute blast. As my good friend Gary always likes to say,
Always replace the toner in your printer.
replace the toner in your printer. Good night.
Good night.